Hey, what's up guys? Todd here from Whale Guitar, and today we're going to be looking at a song called The Girl by City and Colour, which is Dallas Green, his name is, and he originally played in a band called Alexis on Fire, who are a really awesome kind of, more in the hardcore kind of punk rock kind of realm. Beautiful voice this guy has, and this song is a really fun song to play. So before we get into the chords, I'm going to show you all the chords. We're going to zoom in and have a quick look at those, but before we do, you'll notice that on the song there is a fair bit of like finger picking going on, so I'm just going to break it down and show you the chords and just a strumming pattern we can play over the top of it. However, if you are interested in looking at it, if you listen to the finger picking, it's quite it's hard to kind of really put down into tab exactly, and it's quite a lengthy process too, because it changes each time the verse is played, and no doubt when he plays it live he changes it up as well. So yeah, so it kind of changes each time. There's some hammer-ons and pull-offs. We're just going to look at it, simplify it, and just do it as basic kind of chords and some strumming. So one other thing to point out as well is that I'm going off the album version, so it will be a capo on fret number 3. So yeah, make sure you have a capo on fret number 3 if you want to play along with the original version. We're going to zoom in now. I'm going to show you the chords. Okay, first up we're going to have a G major chord. So once again, just to reiterate, we've got the capo on the 3rd fret, which then means our 1st fret is kind of our 4th fret. So we're going to have I'm still going to refer to this as fret number 1, 2 and 3, okay? So you're going to have your 2nd finger, fret number 3 on the thickest E string. 1st finger is on fret 2 of the A string, our 5th string. We're going to be playing the 2 middle strings open, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string, little finger below that, also fret 3 on string number 1. There's your G chord. Now the next chord we're playing is an F sharp over G. All you have to do from here is take the way I play it is take these 2 fingers off and literally just put your 1st finger up on the F sharp on the top string. This is what we're going to call the 2nd fret. Now it doesn't matter too much if you mute this open A string or not. It's actually still kind of, you can play that, or if that 1st finger lightly touches it and mutes it, that doesn't matter either. So that's an F sharp over G. We're then going to be playing an E minor chord. Okay, so 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd finger also fret 2 below that on string number 4, E minor. We're going to be playing a C major, so that is our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the D string, and then we're going to be having a 1st finger, 1st fret on the 2nd string. We're going to be playing string number 1 and 3 is played open, and we are not going to be playing this thickest E string. So just remember, one way you can get away, because we're doing quite a lot of strumming, this 3rd finger can lightly touch that string, the E string, just here. You don't want to press on it, but just if you lightly touch it, you're going to be muting that with your pick. Okay. Alternatively, I wouldn't suggest this, but that's kind of how I kind of do it. Thumb over the top, you can lightly touch that string also, that becomes mute. We don't want to really hear that E at all when we're playing it, okay? So there's your C. Now the next one is the D sus chord. All we're going to do with this one is we're going to take this is our note here, our C root note. We're going to take that up 2 frets, which would make it a D. This is what we call a D sus chord. So it's exactly the same shape as the C. All you're doing is take that up 2 frets. Okay, so that should sound like that. So yeah, your 3rd finger is on the 5th fret, on the A string. Your 2nd finger is on fret number, what we're going to call fret 4, on the 4th string, and then we have an open G, 1st finger on the 2nd string on the 3rd fret, and then an open E. And then after that, that's pretty much all your chords. We're back to the G chord. So there you have it. That's all your chords. Okay guys, so now that we've checked out the chords, let's look at the chord progression. Now this song has a slight swing feel. Now what that means is a swing feel is kind of the best way I can describe it is like this. Is like if you can imagine a swing kind of going like this. So the strumming pattern we're going to use is like a down, down, up, up, down, up. Okay, but we're not playing it straight. Playing that straight would sound like this: down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down. It's very straight and robotic. There's like that pulse down. We don't kind of go from that. If that's our tempo though, around there, we can swing that would be kind of, you think of it like groups of triplets, so like, if that makes sense, so groups of 3, so. It's got that swing feel about it. If I go back to straight, that's straight and swung. If you can imagine a swing kind of going forward and backwards, that's probably the best way I can describe it. It's a feel thing, and it's just something you need to practice, and by listening to tunes like that, that's how you can kind of develop that skill as well. So here we go. The chord progression is this. We're going for G major for a bar and a half. So I'm going to go down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And I'm changing to the F sharp over G in bar 2. So that's down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. E minor for 2 bars. Up, down, up. We're going to C major for a bar, up to D sus2 for a bar, back to G for 2 bars. And that's it. We do that like for the intro of the song, you do that progression twice, and then you do it 6 times for the verses. So let me just play that again for you. It's so you do that twice, and then the verse will start. I wish I could do better, but you lose, that's what you deserve. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. You sacrifice so much of your life in order for this to work. Okay, so that's the first 2 of the verse. You do that 6 times in total. And then we go to our chorus, which is exactly the same thing, but we do it 1 time only. So this is the part that goes, you don't ask for diamond rings, no delicate string of pearls. That's why I wrote this song to sing, my beautiful girl. And then we go into our bridge part. So our bridge part, after we finish that kind of chorus, it's like a half a kind of chorus. It's, I wrote this song to sing, my beautiful girl. Hit that F sharp over G again before we go to our bridge. Our bridge part is in E minor, so we're going to go down, down, up, down, up, C, up to the D sus chord for 2 times. And then, so that again would be like, so coming out of that would be beautiful girl. E minor, sorry, E minor, to a C, up to a D, to a G, F sharp over G, E minor. C, up to the D sus, and we'll stay here for 2 bars. Do that whole thing again, 2 times through that progression. That's our bridge. Let me play it again for you. So starting on E minor, to the C, up to the D sus, to the G, F sharp over G for a half a bar, back to E minor, C, up to the D sus2 for 2 bars. Let's repeat that again. To a G chord, and we're going to just vamp on this G chord for 8 bars. Now vamping just means like we're staying on the same thing, same idea, you're going to repeat it sort of thing. And then you ring out on the last one on the 8th time. And then that's when we have our tempo change. So from here on out, there's a slight change in the chord progression. The chord progression is the same, there's a slight change in the tempo and then the strumming. So I'm going to tell you what that is. So it goes back to the G, it's going to stay on this G for, we're going to do this kind of progression 4 times, and it's just like, and that's kind of like, there's 4 bars there, we do that kind of like 4 times, alright? So it's just simply down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and it repeats like that. You hear I'm kind of accenting some of the downstrokes as well in my right hand, so have a listen again. Just going to speed it up a little bit. Verse starts again. It's kind of like the second half of the song sort of thing in this new sped up tempo. Okay, so coming into that, it's the same sort of thing. We're going to go to our main verse riff again. So this part is like, part is, I feel it's a chorusy kind of thing again. It's the same chord progression, but we spend twice as long on each chord. So you can think of it as like 2 bars on each chord. So this part would look and sound like this. So it's, sorry, 1, 2, 1. While I'm off chasing my own dreams, sailing around the world, please know that I'm yours to keep, my beautiful girl. And then after that it goes back into the 1 chord per bar sort of thing. And when part is 2 bars on each chord. Going back to our bridge chord progression. This part has the 2 chords per bar also, so we're staying twice as long on each chord. Kind of strumming away on that G chord for the last time, and just kind of do that strumming pattern 4 times and ring out on the last one, and you're done. So there's quite a few things to work on in this song. I think that kind of getting that kind of it's almost like a percussive strum in your right hand. That kind of chuggy forward momentum feel to it, and that takes time to develop, but a song like this is really, really great to practice that on. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole song. It's kind of harder than it looks, I think, especially with that tempo change halfway through. So if you have any questions or comments, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Yeah, in the meantime, keep practicing, and we'll catch you in the next vid. Cheers, bye.